Welcome to the fourth and final stage of the Arctic Race of Norway 2019. Today's outing should suit the punchers, 165.5 kilometres between Lofoten and Narvik with 6 categorised climbs. There were only 3 seconds separating the top two overall, Warren Barguil and Alexei Lutsenko at the start of the day, though the Frenchman grabbed a couple of bonus seconds at the first intermediate sprint. 14 men then went up the road, including Mathieu van der Poel, the leader of the points classification. Steve Cummings had the salmon jersey for best climber this morning, but it was his teammate from Dimension Data, Tom Jelte-Slagter, who was contesting the King of the Mountains points from the break. The peloton eventually closing the gap with around 75k to go, although half a dozen riders kicked on, including Slagter and Pascal Enkhorn. The gap quickly up to over 1 minute and 30 seconds, with Lutsenko's Astana leading the chase. But the escapees had all been reeled in as they reached the finishing circuit around Narvik with 3 climbs up the Skistua summit. Stage 3 winner Odd Christian Eiking grabbing 5 points to move into the virtual lead of the mountains classification and sewing it up mathematically after leading the way again on the second passage. Sparks flying meanwhile between Lutsenko and Barguil, who were battling for every second, the Kazakh closing the gap to just 4 seconds overall. Markus Højgaard then unleashed a decisive late attack. The young Norwegian, second overall and the best young rider last year, wouldn't be caught, although national champion A.R.N did give it a go. The favourites just eyeing each other up on the final run to the finish line. A first stage win at the Arctic race for 24-year-old Højgaard by a whisker in the end from Jansen. Lutsenko then sprinting to third place and crucially finishing a second clear of Barguil.
I've always liked this race and I've always been in good shape, so last year was second and that was really good, but as a cyclist you always dream of winning, so I rate this even higher.
Well, there was an almighty battle between Lutsenko and Barguil in this final stage. After edging the final intermediate sprint, the Kazakh champion picked up 4 vital bonus seconds on the line, beating his French counterpart by just 1 second overall. Barguil agonisingly missing out on his first stage race victory, and Astana going back-to-back after Sergei Chernetsky's win here last year. Lutsenko, one of the pre-race favourites, living up to his billing and winning by the finest of margins. And as well as taking his 27th career win, the 5th at a stage race, Lutsenko also snatched the green jersey away from Mathieu van der Poel. Odd Christian Eiking, the King of the Mountains, and taking home 500 kilos of Norwegian salmon. But it's Alexei Lutsenko who goes away with the Midnight Sun jersey after winning the race by just 1 second.